The space for freedom of expression is increasingly shrinking in Azerbaijan, and only consolidated efforts of civil society can prevent it. That was the main idea of the roundtable on the state of freedom of expression in Azerbaijan, held at IRFS Media Centre on December 10th on the occasion of the International Human Rights Day. The meeting was organized by the Institute for Reporters' Freedom and Safety, the Media Rights Institute, and Azerbaijan Media Centre. As the director of the Media Rights Institute, Rashid Hajili, said, an indicator of the state of freedom of expression is the 9 arrested Azerbaijani journalists and civil society activists. Another indicator is the financial pressures on the newspaper Azadlig, which was subject to huge fines by courts and unable to pay off its debts to the publishing company. IRFS director Emin Sinov noted that IRFS and its partners managed to draw the attention of the world to the human rights issues in Azerbaijan during the two major international events, Eurovision Song Contest and the Global Internet Governance Forum, that were held in Baku this year. However, the situation has not improved despite of it. The murders of two Azerbaijani journalists, Elmar Hüseynov and Rafik Tagir, have not been solved. Journalists and human rights defenders still remain in custody. The existing freedom of expression issues makes one doubt that the upcoming 2013 presidential elections will be held in a fair and democratic manner. Therefore, the civil society must focus on this issue. International Media Support Program Manager Gulnara Akhandova expressed her dissatisfaction with the poor protection of human rights by the Human Rights Commissioner. Akhandova proposed setting up a working group involving civil society stakeholders under the Ombudswoman's Office in response to violations of freedom of expression. Media Rights Institute representative Khalid Agaliev indicated an increasing trend in filing civil lawsuits against newspapers. To date, the amount of fines required from newspapers exceeds 4 million manat. Most of the fines are imposed on Azadlig and Yeni Musavat newspapers, which may lead to the closure of these publications. Another problem is the unwillingness of publishers to print opposition papers. Human rights defender from Guba City, Aftandir Mammadov, stated that human rights are not properly protected in the regions. According to Mammadov, he was not let into the courtroom during the trial of journalists arrested in connection with the March the 1st riot in Guba. The participants unanimously agreed that civil society should combine its efforts to counter this pressure.